What do we need to stop teaching the children? That failure is something to be ashamed of and to avoid at all costs. We all fail sometimes and we need to be able to accept that. It is possible to commit no mistakes and still lose. That is not a weakness. That is life. Captain Jean-Luc Picard. If he's mean to you, he likes you. I tell my daughter, it doesn't matter if he likes you, if he's not kind he's not worth your time. That you need to be friends with everyone. That play ends when you reach adulthood. Play is important, even when we're grown. To just ignore bullies. As a former teacher, it does nothing to address the issue. The bullying persists 100% of the time. You can get what you want if you're nice. It teaches children how to be manipulative, dishonest. Instead, teach them to handle no. Too many people grow up and get offended at being told no. Teachers' parents want their children to learn how to ask for things in a polite way but not how to handle rejection. My brother teaches children and he will actively tell kids no and encourage them to find alternative solutions that don't infringe on someone's decision. Edit. Happy New Year's. Wrote this while smashed 2 a.m. in the morning. That while they are special, they are not any more special than anyone else. I don't believe in forced apologies. They're not legitimate apologies and the other child knows this. I also don't feel adults should force children to accept an apology. Forced apologies and acceptances don't have any benefits. I am a third-grade teacher. My students know I won't force an apology. Instead, I speak to the students about their choices and how it made others feel. I found that, once students realize what they did, they do apologize on their own and the other student does accept it because they know the apology is sincere. Oftentimes, students will even try to resolve the issue on their own. It's common for students to ask me if they could speak alone in the hallway. They then return proudly stating that they resolved their issue. Obviously, if something is not resolving itself, I'll continue to help students through it. I will also step in for more significant disagreements. However, I've found that students are able to resolve issues an overwhelming majority of times. However, they are never truly resolved with forced apologies and acceptances of forced apologies because the underlying issue is still there. Please isn't a magic word. It often won't get you what you want. I'm sorry doesn't erase a wrong and is only one small part of an apology, which the wrong party is not obligated to accept. Kids learn by watching us. Whatever we want kids to do or not do starts with grown-ups addressing our own hang-ups. Full stop. I before E, except after C. This rule has so many exceptions that it should not be considered a rule. Except when your foreign neighbor Keith receives 8 counterfeit beige sleighs from feisty, caffeinated weightlifters. Weird. Replacement words for vagina, penis, etc. It's not inappropriate for a child to know basic anatomy, and this is only advantageous to predatory people. Edit. Yes, I know the vagina is not the vulva. That's why I said etc. I was just giving examples. And thank you, kind stranger, for the award. That you need talent to be good at something. To push down their feelings and never cry. You don't heal unless you work through your emotions. Support them, don't scold. As a teacher, I'm always amused by the things people think we teach kids. Stop teaching blank. You know what I spent significant time teaching this year? That soiled toilet paper goes in the toilet. That you can control how loudly you burp. That you have to charge a laptop computer for more than a minute to fill the battery. Then you get the, why don't schools teach kids how to do taxes? Yeah, kids love taxes. We couldn't get middle school kids to stop playing Fortnite long enough to focus on the human body unit for a week. I'm just amused by all the things people think happen in schools. And of course there is the notion that parents can teach kids, too. That's what we're doing with our son. If there's something important he needs to know, we're teaching it to him.